My name is Terry. I'm in Sarasota, Florida. And I was studying Revelations, and throughout the Bible there's mention in Daniel about the abomination of desolation. And I wondered exactly if we knew what that was.
So, Stephen, the abomination of desolation, it's in the book of Daniel. It comes up in the Synoptic Gospels a couple of times. What is this referring to?
Well, Daniel talks about Satan being cast out of the presence of God. We know that Satan even today is going back and forth into the presence of God, accusing the believer, much like he did Job centuries ago. But there's going to come a point midway through the tribulation that he is cast out. He's no longer allowed access. And he's going to persecute the woman who gave birth to the male child. In other words, he's going to persecute Israel, who gave birth to the Messiah. And he talks about this great time of persecution for 3.5 years, the latter part of the tribulation where things really heat up. Of course, all 7 years are terrible. All 7 years are the wrath of God being poured upon the earth, but particularly the last 3.5. John is referring in Revelation to the midpoint of the tribulation where Jews are going to face another Holocaust, and they literally run for their lives. And Jesus spoke of this in his Mount Olivet discourse. And the moment he refers to as the abomination of desolation is that act by the Antichrist where the Antichrist desecrates the altar in that newly rebuilt temple that is going to last most of the tribulation period. And Jesus says in Matthew 24, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet, that is when Satan comes to persecute Israel, then run, basically run for your lives. That's Matthew 24, 15 to 21. So he is telling us that after the temple is built, halfway through the tribulation, the Antichrist desecrates the temple, probably offers a pig on that altar, just like Antiochus Epiphanes did centuries ago. That renders it null and void. The Jewish people can't offer any sacrifices after that. It's been desecrated, and it's an act of abomination. So this is the abomination of desolation when the Antichrist desecrates the altar.